hand it to you. While we're on the subject of blocks, Andrew Blahoff put some heavy D on the man who invented it. Reggie's at it again.
Goes to work. Oh, Reggie Smith flicks it out.
Steve Voss terminates the Terminator. Glenn Saville, spectacular. And watch for the result. Andre makes it a 4-point play with some smooth execution. And Jason Cameron gets up so high, he leaps out of the picture. But Leon Trimmingham excels even himself in this play, rejecting the factor and then hopes, but then rubbing it in with some end-to-end extravagance. Assists and Scooters making the most of his magic moment.
Great pass inside to Parkinson for the reverse finger roll.
Derek Rucker sending Townsville to 2 wins in a row.
Good assist to Clarence Tyson.
Andre Lafleur tantalising Terry Johnson. And Gaze again, but this was a tough one from Copeland. Time for some go-it-alone greats, and Martin Catalini careening the Magic. Drewy on the dribble, drubbing Sydney. Perfect play, though, had to be Leapman Leroy passing the big 10 grand.
2-point shot. There it is. 10,000 points for Leaping Leroy Loggins.
In dazzling dunks, best near dunk of the week, Derek Rucker. But they scored anyway. Don't worry about it. Best steal and dunk, and there were many. Mark Dalton showing some surprisingly fleet feet. Power dunk, Shane Froling.
Breaks Reggie Smith, dunks it.
Best transition dunk, well, could be the flashy feed from Whitehead to Dave Simmons. Or Twinkle Toes Trimmingham. D-Mac was feeling a little trashy after this humiliating humdinger. But Chris Gent, off a superb outlet from Reedy, rocks the rim with a reversal. Snapshots, only one. The Croc, still training. And Shooting Stars this week features a rookie play. But what a rookie. Ryan Gardner's first 3 in the NBL. Comes from a fine family, too. Great call, Dad.
Forces on Saturday basketball.
Terry Johnson, Brandon, the 2 Illawarra players getting involved. He tries to bank it. It was off balance when he shot it. Turnover. So right now, John, Ian Stacker's team looking pretty solid.
They certainly are. I think Chris Blakemore's starting to dominate this game, especially before we had that timeout. And Stiff also is coming into his own. So they've brought in Chris Dancy now, so see if he can slow down the 2 big guys for the Bucks.
Oh, what a play! John Relly. And who was the man inside to convert the points? None other than Chris Blakemore. 16 for the game. Here it is.
Now Brenton, he is just right on target. That one just rims out, but check this rebound out. Really spots the open man before he goes up for it, Blakemore. What instincts.
Great stuff. Now, they've got to score some points, this team. They're having trouble getting into Anstey. Terry Johnson, though, pops to baseline. And they've tightened the game up to 9 points again.
That is so impressive, the ball movement. This is an all-star game. Whoa!
Oh, Blakemore going for the alley-oop, but I think he's been on court a bit too long, Chris Blakemore. He's played a lot of minutes in this game. He plays 33 for Adelaide. Mara Smith. Johnson again, they've set him up for 3. So now we have a 6.
You get a nice look at this pass by Brett Maher. No look pass. That's how you make sure the guy doesn't get a 3-point play.
Well, that was a magic play, John Dawes, wasn't it?
Oh, it's a good foul. It's a professional foul. You know, he's got to go and earn it now. That's what it's all about.
That's right. And it's such a good foul because he didn't put him off balance and put him in a position where he could get hurt. But it was hard enough to make sure he didn't score the basket.
Well, Chris Anstey now getting heavily involved. He's up to equal the other factor. The 2 centres. Armfield now slowing it right up because the shot clock is on the side of Murray Wardle's team. Anstey shoots all the way over the top. They've missed the opportunities again. They're going to do something big here. Shane Bryan. Oh, it wasn't bad. Just a little too hard. But at half-time, we've got the Colts leading the Bucks by 58-54. It's been a cliffhanger game. It's a marvellous one. John Dawes, thank you for joining us in the commentary box. And I'm sure you're enjoying watching it. your teammates playing well, and may you play well tomorrow night.
Thank you very much, Bill. It's been an absolute pleasure.
And now, from one big man to another, Paul Kuiper and friends.
Hey, guys, you know what? My all-time fantasy is to be a mascot. What does it take to be a mascot? Just some money. And brains. You gotta have brains. You gotta have a uniform and image, right? Look. Beautiful image. I think I got an image. Oh, somebody stop me.
They have a talented team. I think I'm on the North team. I forget what team I'm on, mate.
This one might be a bit difficult.
No, can you tell me what am I, North or South?
Logan, there we are, number 2.
North or South?
North.
North, all right. Sorry about that. You know, we're professional athletes, and we know what we can do and what we can't do on the court. So I advise you people out there not to try this at home. But, no, it's going to be fun. Once we step over the white line, it's serious. But, you know, during the game, you have a laugh and chuckle. But other than that, you know, we know the bonding's been great. I can't say much about the chemistry. I think it all probably come together on the night, you know. It's like doing a play or something. You never know what's going to happen until you actually get out there and do it. So I think it's going to be fun. Like I say, you know, we've been doing this for years. Well, I have. So, you know, we all know how to pick and roll and, you know, shoot jumpers and rebounds. So I think North team will win, just for the simple fact that I think we have a great bunch of guys, you know. It's going to be a thrill. I mean, I'd be an idiot if I stood up here and said we're going to win this game flat right out, but it's going to be a great contest, you know. It's anybody's game.
Well, that was one legend, Leroy Loggins. But here are the legends in suits. This is the mascot slam dunk competition. Another innovation for the 1995 Uncle Tony's All-Star Weekend, and these guys are great. We've got the Magpie, who will be the big favourite here, at the Clipsal Powerhouse. The Lion, the Croc, who has probably led all these guys around the league for a long time, and the Silver Bullet, who's Steve Carfino, I think, has a little bit of an advantage.
He does have an advantage because his costume doesn't limit his vision or his speed or anything like that, so he's just going up there with a tight outfit on.
Look at the pie! The Magpie. All right! He's got the he goes again. This is number 2. Hits it! Oh, yeah! He's a freak! The bird is a freak!
I'll give it this.
The bird is a freak! Look at this! We go to the judges! Tens! All right!
Here we go. The Sydney Lion, pretty new. He's only been a year on the block, this fellow. He's got it. Makes Lippy the Lion look like an absolute imbecile. Up he goes. He hits the trampoline and pays it. Oh! Net time again. He hangs around up the top looking for extra points. The points was good. The balance was good.
I'll give that a 9.
I'll give it an 8. No crowd participation.
He's whacked an 8 up. Woods goes 9. Carfino 8. And the yellow hair, Bart Simpson, goes a big 8 too. So a little bit disappointing for the King. Needs a good one, folks. Bit of quiet, please. Bit of a hush. Now boo him because he can beat your bloke. Give him a big boo. That's it. I like that sort of stuff. All right. Okay, Bullet. In he goes. He's shot out of a gun. He's speeding. Oh! That was absolutely sensational. On your feet, ladies and gentlemen. On your feet. A somersault. A somersault. Sensational. Absolutely sensational. The ball is good into the judges are up as one. Carfino, Woods, Dunlap and Bart Simpson. 10, 10, 10, 10. Here he comes. The big cat from the jungle of Sydney bounces off the track. He only knows the one move. That's 3 in a row. There he is. He likes it. What do the judges think? We go over to Steve Carfino. Doesn't love this one. Since he had his handcuff. 8. Billy Woods goes for 8. Mike Dunlap still pinching himself, wondering what the hell he's doing here. 8. And Bart Simpson. 8. All the 8s. Here he comes. He snuck up on us. Hits it. Oh! Controversy. He had to try it. He knows he had to try it. He had to go for something a little, yeah. I know where you're coming from, brother. It's hot in there. You want to get off. Correct. All right. Here we go. Hello. 7, and Simpson's always copied. He's gone 7 off Dunlap. There's a little bit of something going on over there, let me tell you. Starts to accelerate, tosses the ball. Hello? Hello? What's happening here? This is a little bit special. Hang on a minute. They are a little soft in the head up Brisbane way, but this is ridiculous. The human fly, what is he doing? He looks to the judges. Don't look there, they've got absolutely no idea. Don't point that at me. Do not point that at me. Quiet. Oh! Sensational! Ladies and gentlemen! Ladies and gentlemen! You have just witnessed
And a dismount.
That's pretty hard to stop.
In he goes. Last approach, balanced up. Oh! He likes it. He likes it. Who knows? Who knows? 9, 10, 10. Oh dear. Garfino's got no idea. We're in Adelaide. He's given 9 there. Silly. All right, the winner of the Qantas mascot dunk-off. Ladies and gentlemen, please be on your feet. You just witnessed the birth of a new sporting hero, the Silver Bullet.
So it's down to 4 seconds. Blades, a big 3.
Looking forward to the game tomorrow night, and I bet you have to be impressed with this one.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great talent out here tonight playing against each other, and I'm just looking forward to playing tomorrow night myself.
And John, really not a bad partner up there in Brisbane for you these days.
You know, he's a great player, he can handle the ball, and he's extremely smart, so it's a good rookie to have.
And here we go with a tip-off, and Anstey wins it, as one would expect. And Brett Maher, the new general. And the atmosphere cranking up, just like the players here at the Powerhouse. Martin Catalini, Lachlan Arfield, driving, bouncing inside. Second chance basket doesn't go, really. Nice play from David Stiff. Really lobbed it in there. And he's showing his versatility tonight, Shane.
Yeah, that's one thing about John. He's a very smart player, and he doesn't take the bag up options too often.
The giving end this time.
Watch it, set play. He gets the inside position. That's just a tremendous pass right on the money. Blair Smith knocks it home.
You don't see 7-foot players throw great passes that are on the money like that too often.
Oh, sure don't. He's got such soft hands. I hear he's got great footwork because of his tennis background.
Fakes here galore from Chris Blakemore, but the D was just too strong. But really, beautiful heads-up play. Got inside, steals it back. Blakemore controls, and a little bit of sweat, I think. Let that slip. It's cleaned up by Rupert Sapwell, who's picking up a few points in this quarter. He's on to 12 now. He's 5 of 8 from the field. And Blair Smith back outside Maher. Tough shot. Tim Brenton, his teammate, was there. Methinks he knows Brett's game a little bit.
Watch this pass, John. Really, he has got a great feel for throwing some sweet passes right on the money there. But heads-up play by Brett Maher, knocks it loose. And then, speaking of knocking it loose, no one knocked that one loose. It just came off Rupert Sapwell, man in the right position. That's a heck of a play phase there. Lose my breath.
And you see Sapwell's come in for 5 from 8 from the field, 62%. He's been after the loose balls. He's got rebounds at the other end. Done all the hard work, and that's the sort of scrappy work that every team needs.
Yeah, he seems to do that every night for the Magic, too. They've got a couple of players that play that role for them.
Yeah, I think Magic, that's the key to their success. They have the guys that come in and out of the bench, and, that's huge.
Brett Maher gives his team a 1-point lead. Maher, incidentally, has taken more shots this year than anyone else in the Colts. He's taken 151. The only guy out of both teams who's taken more shots is Chris Blakemore, who is a lot closer to the basket. Bratton for three. Another one.
I'll tell you what, Billy, if Brenton played the same amount of minutes as Maher, I bet he'd lead the team in shooting.
Big play from the Colts. They've taken a 3-point lead. Substitutions happening here. Blakemore gets a rest. John Zaghetti comes in. Smith checks in for Riley. But in the meantime, we've got a timeout. 6 minutes, 18 seconds left in the third quarter.
They're missing so many. Jordan for three, no. Back outside. Another chance for Jordan. Make it. Surely. Misses again. Now Lucas. Parkinson. Will he make it? Yes! He's made it. Tied up. Sensational. A Hail Mary. OT. Parkinson's a legend. That is unbelievable under pressure. He's hit his eighth three-pointer, and the scores are tied at full time at 89 apiece. We're in OT.
Well, that was good shooting from Blair. He's 47% from the line this year. He's taken his team to a 2-point lead, and good pull-up there from Smith, who was flying through.
It's got to be 3 seconds, and that's the call. Shane, talk about the Melbourne Tigers executing their offense. Last year in the semifinal was the Magic against the Giants, and they said there's not going to be any surprises. It's going to be who executes the best.
Yeah, exactly right. And finals basketball is half-court basketball mostly.
Greg Smith lays it in. Off just a little bit of loose play there from the Colts. And guess what? The game is tied up again. Brad Williams jump shot at the other end and touched away by Zaghetti, combined with Darren Smith.
They've got to run some more half-court offense, get a couple of structured plays. This is on the end of a turnover. This is a nice finish. Foul on the leg right there and finishes with a nice soft left, but Brad Williams came down and took a shot pretty much off balance. No passes and turnovers. They got to keep those down. That's a lot of turnovers, 18. This
seems like Smith has been everywhere.
Yeah. I was about to say, which one?
He got us. That's the truth.
I was ready to give you this clever answer, but then I thought, who's he talking about?
Zaghetti posting up on Alexander, now isolates the shot from Shane Bright. Well, that narrows it down. That means Mark Brandon is the only player in this game who hasn't scored yet. And here's his chance. Stripped, but he will get the ball back.
There's a few of those players out here now. We've got somebody that matches up against a lot of these guys. What do you think of Terry Johnson, Shane? Erases that one against the board.